Good morning guys. So today let us revisit a very basic concept which is about the even numbers and the odd numbers. The sum of two even numbers is always even and the sum of two odd numbers is always even. Now the product of two odd numbers is always odd and the product of two even numbers is always even. Now let us put this basic concept into application on a few numericals over here. Here I have written down the concept that we discussed right now. Two even numbers give a sum of even, two odd numbers give a sum of even into even is even and odd into odd is an odd number. Now our question is this: find the number of Pythagorean triples a, b, c that satisfies this particular, this is the Pythagoras theorem, and each of a, b, c being odd. So they want us to find three numbers or any number of triples of a, b and c that satisfies the Pythagoras theorem, and a, b and c has to be odd numbers. There is no question of even numbers in the Pythagorean triple. Okay, that is our question. Now let us see how we can apply this basic concept in order to find out the solution for this. Now c square is equal to a square plus b square. C square is c into c, which is a into a plus b into b. Correct? Now let us assume a, b and c all are odd numbers. Okay, now let us find how many combinations are possible. So if c is an odd number into odd number should give me an odd number. If a and b are odd numbers, similarly this has to be an odd number, a square, and b square also has to be an odd number. Now you can see here that the sum of two odd numbers is giving an odd number, which is not possible. According to our basic concept, the sum of odd numbers has to be an even number. So there is no Pythagorean triple which has all, which every single element of the Pythagorean triple is odd. Such a Pythagorean triple is never there. Okay. Now this particular question was asked in again one of the maths contest, and you can see that how easy it is to apply a basic concept in order to derive the answer. If the product of 22 integers is 1, can their sum be 0? I have mentioned it was asked in the Indian Statistical Institute examination. So it is meant for 12th graders, but this is based on the previous concept that we have just gone through. So I thought I will introduce the sum to you. Now if the product of 22 integers is plus 1, they are asking if it's possible that their sum is 0. Now you know that integers, you have got positive integers as well as negative integers. Now if the product of 22 integers has to be 1, the integers has to be either minus 1 or plus 1. There cannot be any other integer that give me this particular product. Now in order for the product of 22 integers to be plus 1, assuming there are both minus 1 and plus 1 in that set of integers, I have to have the product of minus 1 has to be a positive, which means that you need to have an even number of minus 1s. So that I get a plus 1 finally, and here also I get a plus 1 over here. Because it's already anyway plus 1, it does not matter whether we are having an odd number of plus 1 or even number of plus 1. Okay. So here you have even number of minus 1 multiplied with an odd or even number of plus 1 to get a product of plus 1. Now you know that because there are 22 integers, if I am taking out an even number, what am I left with? Again I am left with only an even number. So this odd number will not, question of odd number will not even arise there. So I have got even number of minus 1 and even number of plus 1. Only then I will get a product of plus 1. Now what is our question? Our question is whether their sum can be 0. Now even number of minus 1 will give me an even number. When I am adding even number of minus 1s, what do I get? Suppose I am adding 2 minus 1s. I get minus 1 plus minus 1 will give me minus 2, which is an even number. Correct? So when I am adding, the sum will be an even number. Again, even number of plus 1s will give me, in order for the sum of 22 integers to be 0, I should have equal number of minus 1 and equal number of plus 1, which means that half of this 22 should be minus 1 and half of this 22 should be plus 1. Correct? So I should have 11 minus 1 and 11 plus 1s. But according to our first condition, how many? We have an even number of minus 1 and even number of plus 1. So these two statements are contradictory. So I can say that if the product of 22 integers is plus 1, their sum cannot be a 0. Can this particular number be expressed as the sum of two prime numbers? So we have a number which is an odd number which is given by, okay. Now according to our basic concept, an even number plus even number gives us an even number. Odd number plus an odd number also gives us an even number. So how do you get the sum as an odd number? For getting the sum over here as an odd number, we need to add an odd number and an even number. Now because this is an odd number, I need to add an even number and an odd number. Correct? They have told us that it has to be two prime numbers. So which is the only even number that is a prime number also, which is 2. So this number is equal to 2 plus another number which is an odd number and a prime number. So this particular number is equal to minus 2. Okay. So what do we get? But you can see that this particular number is not a prime number. So this number cannot be expressed as a sum of two prime numbers. Okay.